same as last game, where it's like, you know, if I were to look at some drafts where Alliance might actually win, that might be it. But I don't know. It felt like that last game too. But
yeah.
Where's who is Observer? Where's my Observer?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Good. We'll find out.
Yeah, yes, indeed. So do you think this is a game where the Storm can shine, though? Or maybe a better question is, what does Storm need to be able to shine?
That's not Scriff at all.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's good. He's prepping up. Let's getting some monster.
At least he's
good
ready,
call.
right?
Yeah. Okay, bye now. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, bless. Scriff's still here. Oh, jeez.
I'm glad they found Scriff. I guess he was hiding somewhere. Whew, close call.
Yeah, it's a good thing there's no banner infights anymore. We can just watch that instead.
Yeah. Looks like it will probably be split to a piece. Taiga is fairly deep in enemy territory right now, but will be able to get out unscathed after dropping a ward down to block that camp up top again, using an observer here rather than a sentry.
Yeah, at least that one gives vision. Sometimes people like hide in the trees and still use obs. It's always like a little bit odd, but
yeah,
interesting build. You just like starts with a windlace, some salves, a couple tangos. The HP problems of the old Phoenix. You can't really go for any of the stat items.
But Trent, talk to me about Crystal Maiden here. I don't think we've seen too much Crystal Maiden. What's the current state of this Frost Lady?
I mean, they just got 3 bounty runes because they only set Taiga. They just have this like Monkey King and CM just like chilling back here because they don't want to reveal the lanes. It's kind of interesting. Okay. Current state of CM, pretty good 5. I think the 5 pool right now is like there's a very top tier of basically like Bane, I guess Phoenix probably, and then Wyvern, and then it's kind of everyone else is pretty low after that. So you can just grab these other heroes, and CM helps enable you early on in the game. In this game, she can help deal with the illusions a little bit with Crystal Nova. Just like the attack slow is pretty sick later on when you're being spammed by all these TBs and everything. She's a root versus the Storm, so it's okay.
Well, now Roger going to rotate up top. It's a little pressure onto that poor Crystal Maiden.
Yeah. I mean, her aura is like the only skill that really matters for this hero anyway, right?
Yeah. Well, not at level 1. All about the Q now, Trent.
Well, I would hope you're not getting aura level 1 ever. Please don't do that.
Well, it used to be the Ice Cube level 1 was the
yes.
old. True. The old style. Until that Purge video.
Thanks, Purge.
Thanks, Purge. Down bottom, we've got the Boxy Earthshaker with the Phoenix here, being played by Taiga up against the Solo Silencer and the Ramses Terrorblade. A little bit of a rough start for Ramses here in this lane. Not able to get too much CS.
Yeah, but
actually going to be stunned now by Boxy.
But what is happening at the same time? Oh, Solo has grabbed the wave. Dota 2 at its finest.
Well, it's going to be all good for Ramses then. Not to worry.
And this one thing about TV too is that he has so much armor that he just does not care. Like when the creeps come in like this,
yeah,
he just tanks them, can micro the wave and everything.
Yeah, this mid matchup going very well for no one right now. Obviously, the CS score a little inflated with those Spiderlings, 14-1, but Brood 6-0, not really having the best start. Not the easiest lane matchup either. Yeah,
this is just a hero. For some reason, he has 6 armor. No one's quite sure why. Yeah, this guy hits the gym or something. I don't know. Or those clothes that he wears are secretly infused with mithril or something.
They've taken a lot of things away from Storm, Trent. You're going to take his armor, too?
Just seems so odd. But anyway, so he does A-OK versus the Brood and the better heroes. Just have to make sure that he's good in the rest of the game. And as of late, the Storms have not been looking too hot. Even the no-one Storm has been having some rough games. So I do think the panel with free crack, though, in this game. It looks pretty good. The one thing he's be concerned about is this is a core shaker, so if he gets that early blink dagger, he's gonna be hunting Storm pretty hard.
Right.
Just find him like standing in a wave, standing in a neutral camp, and might just get slam jammed.
Mickey doing much better on the Monkey King this game. Down bottom, Taiga taking a little bit of harassment. Always feels good to have the silencer against Phoenix. Hard to use that Icarus dive the way you want to, and now Solo might almost find a solo kill here. It's going to be a close one. He pops the healing salve, it gets knocked off, but I think it's going to be just enough to survive, and yes indeed, 17 HP. Taiga will live. Solo, though, he wants more. Another healing salve used. 2 salves for that first blood.
That's fine. Secure the first blood before the Earthshaker, which I think is probably the best hero on this team to get it, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mid lane,
though, no one. Very low, but gets the kill first. Advantage for no one, absolutely.
So sick, honestly. Like, you want to die right there.
Down bottom, Boxy now. He's going to be in trouble. He picked up the first blood, gets immediately punished. Solo with the +2.
Man, we got some tips back and forth, too. You know, respect. Quick, but no one.
Respectful tips.
Yeah.
And, oh, Taiga.
Yeah, he just feeds
it too. The free TP back to the well.
Yeah. And BD. Creep pulls in both lanes. I mean, Roger's just doing it in the top lane. Oh, he actually just misses out. He's going to suicide first. He's like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, if he hadn't suicided quite there, almost could have sniped that courier, but not
the
quite.
courier with nothing but an orb of venom for Mickey.
Okay.
Funny.
2 intentional deaths here. The free trip back. Very even laning stage so far. Much better for the Monkey King this time.
Yeah, this time Mickey gets the plate instead of the Marana, so.
Mid lane, no one rotates, and that's going to be an easy kill. This is the time where you need to punish that storm.
Just to get tri-laned mid with a brood, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
I mean, the window to pick on Storm is before that level 6. Up top, Roger taking a lot of damage from Mickey, and I think this is going to be another kill. Only a level 1 Shikuchi, long cooldown. Good stuff for Alliance, 5-3.
Showing off the power of this Monkey King pick when you spot a couple lanes that you can do well against, make it hard to find a good matchup. And now even on to Pasha.
Is he going to live through this? Nope. Just charge forward, Mickey. This mid lane is turning disastrous, though. No one, only level 4 right now. Koikba halfway through level 6. He's just going to intercept the jungle here. He knows this is where Storm wants to recover, how precious that farm is.
Oh, and Taiga gets both bounty runes bottom, too. Okay, Alliance are popping off right now.
Big wins for Alliance here. He is going to get punished, though. They'll be able to finish him off, I think. Bugs connect, and Ramses will get another one up on the scoreboard for VP. But Alliance should be pretty happy with that. Now back up top, Pasha uses a double edge, and Sania comes in with the Frostbite Crystal Nova combo, and Mickey brings him down again. Killing spree for the Monkey King.
Well, this'll work.
Wow.
And look at this in the jungle. Koikba, he is in full hunt. He knows this is that time where Storm is vulnerable, and look how fast he goes down here. This could be another solo kill for Koikba under the top tier 2.
Punishing Storm before level 6. Alliance on point, and they get the kill on the TB.
Yep.
I mean, sure,
ends up going
Solo
down
gets a -2, but there's another Fisher here in 1 second. Solo, ooh, he just ditches.
Yeah.
Or rather, he misses.
Oh?
Yeah, he's going to live.
He's going to be just fine. Still amazing stuff for Alliance, though. Really, all 3 of their lanes going pretty well. Mid, the one going the best, but Boxy getting a lot down here. Ramses will go ahead and use the Metamorphosis to try to reclaim some momentum in this lane.
Now, I know Bulldog kept bringing up the fact that Dota Plus was loving Alliance, but even now, with a 3K lead at 6 minutes, it's still going to have a 67% win rate to VP. So it turns out they're actually Alliance
effect, I think.
haters. Yeah, I think so.
Terrorblade and Spectre, man. Dota Plus is a real soft spot for those two. This is a much better Brood game. The early Medallion, 3-1 and 0. This is kind of what we were hoping for last game.
Well, you actually get to play mid, right?
Yep, that's true. The lack of musical lanes, I guess, has really favored the Brood Mother. Roger, though, making that rotation mid.
Look where no one is. This is pretty cheeky. A clever little play. He's farming like the one safe spot on the map where no one's ever going to be. Mind you, Roger is dying for it, essentially, but...
Yep. Insania with another good rotation, and I think this mid-tier 1 tower is going to be done for here.
So last game, they obviously kind of saw this Broodmother coming. It's the Koikba special. It's the Alliance game plan. And they had 3 lanes that made it pretty impossible to play. This time they picked a lane that it's better for the Broodmother, but it's also like Storm Spirit just has such rough lanes that this is one of the lanes where you can do like kind of okay, but it got way out of control.
Now Storm going to be scouted out by Insania, the level 4 Crystal Maiden. Might be a free kill for no one, but nope. Taiga comes in, and now all of a sudden it's a 2-on-1. Not much mana to zip away, and no one is going to get punished once again, trying to pick off Insania beforehand, but does not have the damage. At least he's found his level 6. Still brutal stuff for this Storm Spirit.
I feel like all my Storm hatred is just being confirmed right here.
Yeah.
He is still top of the net worth for the Dire side, which is really not a good sign because he's 1-4. What's going on in the rest of this game?
I mean, right now for Virtus.pro, this is just a battle of who gets to farm the jungle. Ramses is desperately trying to find some recovery farm. Up top, we are going to see Mickey initiated on. He is going to get silenced. Pasha with the rotation in. Will they even be able to finish this off, though? Insania with a nice Frostbite. Now a TP in from the Phoenix. They're going to try to turn it around the other way. Pasha getting very low, hit by the Fire Spirits. He's going to get left high and dry by his team, and a dominating streak now secured for Mickey. Oh, Solo.
Yeah,
he's also going to get caught by the Boundless Strike, and it's a double.
That is a level 8 Monkey King at 8 minutes and 20 seconds. You really can't get off to a much better start.
Level 9 Brood, level 8 Monkey King, level 7 Earthshaker, only level 6s on the side of Virtus.pro. This is getting out of control very fast. It's a 6K net worth lead at 8 minutes. And is Storm going to die again here?
Dota Plus is finally a believer. It has put Alliance in the lead.
Koikva doing what he can, trying to finish off these illusions. About half mana on no one. Still has a few bottle charges as well as a salve. Going to be able to survive. Koikva still asserting his dominance here. And very quickly closing in on that Diffusal Blade. Great item to have against Storm in this kind of situation.
So Koikva has been constantly body blocking one of the camps here. Like, as they go
down bottom, are they going to get this kill onto Boxy? Going to move into the trees?
He's trying to find a slam. He's trying to like set something up here with like the Phoenix wrap around, at least like create some sort of an opportunity, but they're not quite 6 yet on Taiga. But
good positioning though.
So
McKay gets that tower. What
Koikva constantly keeps doing is that he leaves spiders in one of these camps. He'll body block one, and then when he sees someone farming the other, he just comes over, contests it, and takes it.
Yeah.
Just like over and over, he's been doing that here. So no one's able to farm this spot, and that's why this Storm and TB are both so poor right now.
Solo. Uh-oh. Koikva's going to find him. It's a level 10 Brood versus a level 4 Silencer. This is a pretty sad story.
This is not the dire part of the map. This belongs to the Radiant.
And now Pasha comes in, a pretty low HP Centaur, though they do have the Shrine available. He'll go ahead and pop it to heal up. No one says, dude, I wanted the mana. Oh,
dunk.
Slam. They're going to kill Roger with that. Boxy sets up a solo. VP all clumped up here. They're actually going to be able to find something. Koikva charging in. They'll use the Stampede. They get the silence. Koikva might have bit off more than he can chew.
No one gets the kill, too.
Alliance going to have to retreat. Both supports battle for the Arcane Rune. No one just falls a little bit short. Now caught by the Frostbite. Taiga, low on cooldowns, but I don't know how deep they want to pursue here.
I mean, Solo can kind of chase forever, right? Because once he curses him, he can't dive.
That's true. The hard counter. But McKay, he's made the rotation, and now Solo might be regretting this dive. Taiga will survive, even had the Shrine to top himself off if need be. Roger does find a kill in the mid, so that's nice, but Alliance with the rotations. Massive lead still at the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, they still get some net worth going back their way, though. And all of it onto the Storm Spirit, which is 100% the hero you want. Meanwhile, though, he's out of mana in the mid lane. McKay hops through. And a little bit of help from Taiga.
Just as no one takes a step forward, going to be another step backwards as he burns down to the fire of Taiga.
They just walk away. They just let it go.
Wow. Alliance in great form this game. Boxy getting a lot of space. Really good farm, but he's not going to go for the early Blink Dagger, Trent. Instead, he's got the Aghanim Scepter queued up.
There are no roots. Not really anything too concerning. The only problem would be theoretically the last word, right? Mm-hmm. But other than that, he can just keep on hopping.
Sania with a nice Sentry Ward down. Forces a time lapse out of Roger. As Alliance did try a smoke rotation there, I guess. Could also say good play by Roger to disrupt that rotation.
One thing that's really nice about the Aghanims is that it takes the presence of the hero away from the Echo Slam and puts it on the totem, which means that you don't have to play around the cooldown quite as hard.
Yeah, absolutely. And still gives you the mobility, obviously. See a fight break out here, perhaps. Weaver pressing forward, drops some bugs onto Taiga. They've got that Broodmother nearby. Looks like they'll try to set up onto Insania. Stampede used and Crystal Maiden down. Can they get more? Koikva stunned up by Pasha. And Taiga getting chased down by the Storm Spirit. Out of cooldowns, but does have an egg. Uses it at the last second. On the other side, Pasha does get brought down. Koikva still able to survive. Storm Spirit, he'll get killed as well.
Oh my god, that Echo Saber.
It's a 2 for 2. Let's take a look at the recap.
Yeah, it's 2 cores versus 2 supports, though, so it does go the way of Alliance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Despite their massive lead.
9K now, 19-9. Treads now coming out on this Broodmother. Solo still only level 5, the only hero not to have his ultimate, and it's obviously a big one for Virtus.pro.
I have to ask myself, though, can I confidently say that I think Alliance can win this game? And I can't say it's 100% guarantee at this point still. This kind of stuff certainly helps, though.
Yep, he gets brought down now. CM with a big freezing field, though Koikva, he writes a check that his ass can't cash as he gets brought down, and the 2 supports are going to have to back up. There's the global. Insania going to be punished, and on the other side, Taiga may still be able to get away. Virtus.pro finally gets some much-needed kills, though they did lose their Terrorblade.
Yeah, but that is going to favor them pretty hard, right? If you just keep trading this 1-for-1 like that when you're this far up, and then it comes back to my one concern is that I'm just looking at the heroes from Alliance, and I worry about that eventual high ground push. And some of that is certainly some recency bias based on the last game and how that went down, but I think their heroes are a lot worse at it this time.
It's true, but I think Monkey King, when he's this far ahead, can be exceptionally difficult to deal with. He's gone for the Echo Saber and have a Manta Style coming out next. Just look up top, Ramsey's just trying to farm the lane. They have to use a Stampede defensively, and it might not be enough. Oh, the Sunder, it comes out in time, and Ramsey's turns it around. They get the shutdown gold. 700 going the way of the Terrorblade.
I mean, this is a fully physical spec'd Monkey King versus a Terrorblade with 27 armor.
It's a fair point.
Like, that's... It's really bold to go for that play and think you're going to get the full chain stun into a kill before a Sunder.
Bold is the right word.
Too bold. And this is why I have concerns.
Yep.
Like, those kind of plays, you can't give those back up, man.
I was ready to believe in the Monkey King snowball until that happened, and now I'm sharing in your nervous stance here.
One of the big problems is that Boxy still hasn't had a real impact here because he's just getting the egg. So now things could change around quite a bit for Alliance. It's like, this guy has been your safe lane for the past 14 minutes.
Yep.
Right? Like, he's got to get in here.
Yeah, absolutely. Big item pickup there. Koikva still continuing to clear out Ancients.
If no one comes to this next wave, he's got a chance here. Oh, jeez. Ankles, baby. Get out of here.
No one with the footwork. Nice TP out. Very crucially survives there. Storm does have the Kaya. Has Bloodstone queued up next, but very far away. And now the supports again from Alliance. Trying to put pressure on this Terrorblade. Freezing Field isn't going to be enough. Terrorblade trying to walk away, and he will go down to Insania. The Global not up in time. Both supports will fall.
That was so painful. It was 2 seconds away while he's channeling there on that silencer. It's like trying to protect your TV.
Yeah, ends up being kind of a wasted Global, though, unfortunately.
It still helped get them a couple kills. And now they're chasing on to Mickey. Oh, I thought it would be the Broodmother Pinata that was being popped, but it could be Mickey here.
This could be big. They've got the Vortex into Stomp. Plenty of damage, and the Monkey King will get finished off again. Virtus.pro continuing to play this scrappy game, and you know that net worth advantage, it's starting to stall out a little bit. It hasn't surpassed 10K. VP are definitely hanging on here, Trent.
Dota Plus, it believes. They know Solo, though, gets left behind. Him and Rock.
He gets the ward,
He gets the ward, though.
He gets the ward. I think that's still a minor victory, if not a moral one.
But will it be a major victory? That's what we're here for. Got him.
One can only hope. Ramsey's got his Dragon Lance now, so a little more stat-focused on this Terrorblade.
Man, it's a fat shaker.
Really is.
Like, jeez.
When you go Aghanims first, do you still prioritize the Blink as one of your next items, or does the Ags kind of replace the Blink in that regard?
I think I'd almost lean more towards the Shadow Blade, depending on what your allies are.
Okay.
There's no real good Silver Edge target, though, so he might just go back for the Blink. I mean, the Blink's still obviously very, very good.
Smoke up, looking for Roger. Does leap in. Not quite enough damage, though. Another counter ward from Alliance, taking some vision control, maybe gearing up for a Tier 1 tower push down bottom.
I think because he's against the TV and Storm Spirit, he'll... If you want to kill the TV a lot, you go Shadow Blade. If you want to kill the Storm, you go Blink. Because, like, Storm's going to be farming waves for the most part, so you have the vision, whereas TV's in the jungle, so you kind of have to, like, scout him out with the Shadow Blade first. So I don't know. Curious to see what he goes for. I don't think you go Crit Shaker, guys, as much as I'm sure you're hoping out there.
Maybe if the game goes on long
It's all I have here, Slacks. Like, Slacks can't separate the concept of a Core Shaker versus Crit Shaker. Whenever he sees Core Shaker, he just calls it Crit Shaker, even though no one builds it.
They are not the same thing.
He's a very confused lad.
There's a key item that turns it into Crit Shaker. We'll let you figure out at home which item it is. I think Slacks is still trying to figure it out.
I think the defensive item is also a good choice, either BKB or the Lotus. He's currently thinking about the Lotus just because of the last word and obviously the Global Silence.
Yeah, yeah. There's one thing the panel mentioned, that Silencer, just incredible against Earthshaker and Phoenix in that regard. Kind of disrupt what they want to do.
It depends. Like, against Phoenix, it is very good, like, almost all the time because the initiation's so long for Phoenix, but Shaker can usually initiate before the Global becomes an issue. But if he can stop your wombo combo after, yes, big deal. You know, you jump in, you dunk, and suddenly there's a Global, and you can't follow the totem. It's pretty bad. No one is Invis here in the mid lane with the Rune. Looks like they're prepping on the Koifa.
Jumps onto the Koikster indeed. Stampede used, follow-up from the Centaur, and this should be a kill. They've got the damage, and no one will get the credit. That's a dominating streak for this Storm Spirit now. 7-6-2. Pretty solid recovery based on how rough that laning stage went.
I was worried about them going high ground. They haven't even got Tier 2s.
Yeah.
This game has stalled out real hard, and now they're already down bottom looking at Mickey. but he will hop himself away. Roger just scouting the back lines here. There is a Radiant Observer ward, so that'll alert them to the fact that they're being scouted.
Yep. Roger, though, still initiates, and very bold play. Gets shut down immediately.
I kind of wish they'd waited. Because, like, why? I mean, Weaver's not going to initiate on these two heroes alone, right? So yeah. I kind of wish that they had just...
kind of baited it a little bit. Maybe could have gotten another
no one
kill
actually
there.
Zipped in or something, but
no,
they play it safe.
Take the freebie while they can get it, as we'll see VP now smoke up behind their tier 2, headed up top to try to deal with Ramses. Global Silence comes out. Phoenix maybe in some trouble. Will have an egg, though, as Global expires. Ramses does have a Sunder.
Yeah, he'll just do
he'll just TP out
trip
as he flies off the map. Gotta love Sunray. Also, BKB up on the Koikva Brood.
Yeah, this is a very big item for them.
Smoke now going to focus their efforts mid. See if they can find an opening. Koikva does have a lot of friends nearby, though, so probably won't be the easiest target.
Maybe if they head global. Without global, this looks real hard.
Yep.
I think you just let this go.
Boxy does have Slam also. Very risky proposition here. Roger comes in, tries to clear things out a little bit.
He's trying to bait a bad start to the fight from Alliance. But they're not falling for it.
So they're getting stalked out by the Monkey King now. Glyph comes, but Koikva going to grab himself basically a free tier 2 mid. No defense mounted. It's the first tier 2 down, Trent.
There we go. And that puts the lead heading back their way for the first time in quite a while. It has essentially stalled at 9K since about the 12-minute mark. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And it's slowly like going down to like 8K or so, but now we'll build it right back up.
A lot of progress towards this Bloodstone. Although Storm able to zip away here, I think, should be all right.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to get. They'd have to get really lucky on the freezing field.
Nope, might end up finding one on Insania. Electric Vortex. Stampede used so they can try to close the gap. Pasha comes in, interrupts the freezing field. They'll get one and probably two. Mickey in a lot of trouble, but a nice setup from Boxy. Fissure into the slam, gets the kill on no one, ends the streak. Now Pasha trying to survive in the trees will not be so lucky as he gets whomped by the big bad totem.
Bait into bait there. Completely worth for Insania, of course. That pushes him up to now a 10K lead. It's slowly built. And about 800 gold now for that Shaker, too. So that's going to help him almost finish off the Lotus Orb.
Oh, Solo. Great positioning here with a double damage rune to boot.
Very nice.
Gets the cleanup kill onto the Monkey King.
Predicts the movement into the Shrine. That is really nice. Yeah, hand the boy some tips.
There you go.
I like how he doesn't even TP out. He just keeps going.
He's got a double damage rune, dude. He's feeling good.
He doesn't even have wards. He's got 2 sentries, and he's still just running around Radiant territory and gets the silence off.
Oh, brutal for Taiga up top. That was the target for the global.
What a wraparound. Solo's just finding his way to the pit.
And now
D-warding behind 3 heroes in the Roche.
Alliance are in Roche, but they only have 3 heroes alive. Silencer is going to get jumped on by Boxy, and this might end up being an easy kill for Alliance. But around the pit, Virtus.pro have intercepted this Roche attempt.
This might force the buyback to the Phoenix.
Yeah, Alliance have no choice but to back out. Roche still pretty healthy, about 2/3 HP.
Koikva's in a really dangerous spot here. If he gets scouted out here, no one can help him.
He does have the BKB TP, though. And instead, he's going to be the one to initiate onto Pasha. Does have some support inbound, but I don't think they'll get here in time. Oh, the Fissure just barely clips him. They force out a defensive Stampede. Reflection used by the Terrorblade, but no additional pursuit.
So back has arrived. They head right into the Roche pit. This is well scouted from Virtus.pro. They know this is happening. Question is, are they actually going to make a response here?
Able to kill it relatively quickly with the medallion, plus the buffed up totem. Looks like VP might just hand it over. Good positioning from Alliance. I see Insania with the invisibility rune.
No Stampede, no global. Just can't really fight this, at least not confidently.
Definitely good stuff for Alliance.
I'll probably for Koikva, and yes, he will take it. So 10-second BKB and an Aegis.
Is a scary item on the horizon for VP, though, and it's in the hands of Roger. 1 piece left for that Aghanim Scepter, and he's getting a lot of space to farm it right now.
That is true. However, it's going to be completely focused on Ramses, who's just, he's not that scary this game.
Not yet, at least.
Yes, it's true.
But don't worry, he's a Terrorblade, Trent. He's a-coming.
It's terrifying. Is that what you're alluding to?
He's always scary.
No one almost has the Bloodstone. Speaking of scary items, that item frightens me when I see allies pick it up. Oh, Pasha left over there. Second leap comes through. The frogs.
Yeah, this poor Centaur gets outmaneuvered. plus 20 in on this silencer. Pretty darn good.
And they're onto the high ground here.
Well, here you go, bud. No buyback on the Centaur. You were worried about how they would do it. And they're already putting a lot of damage into this tower. No glyph for Virtus.pro, down for another 40 seconds. In comes the long zip from the Storm, trying to clear out some of these creeps and spiders, but...
Yeah, this Aegis, they're playing it perfectly from Alliance.
Yep.
I have to give them a lot of credit.
Hanging on to that 10-second BKB. Stunned up, Boundless Strike into Fissure. That silencer gets dropped. 2 in the grave for VP. Tier 3 down. I don't know if this will be Barracks, though. How long do Alliance want to stick around? That Centaur's coming up, and he will have a Stampede. Wukong's command now onto Ramses. He's got BKB and Sunder.
It's time for the meta.
Another zip from no one.
If they stick for these melee racks, they have to fight.
Centaur initiated on, but there's the global. BKB's used, still big damage. Echo Slam from Boxy. VP in a lot of trouble. They lose Pasha. Ramses with the BKB on. Metamorphosis putting some damage into the fight. They force the buyback from Solo, but VP do hold. Alliance still with all 5 alive. Back up, recollect. They'll use that Sunray to heal up, but I think they want to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, I think this is good. Just stick around. Everyone's got a couple wand charges, some tranquil boots. Oh.
Another setup here onto the Terrorblade. Big stun locks. Can he get off this Sunder? It's not looking good. The Storm jumps in, but he gets frozen straight away. Sunder flies, but it's not going to be enough to keep Ramses alive. No one now out of mana trying to commit onto mid-game, but he gets frozen. He'll get brought down as well. VP in big trouble as now Solo falls. The buybacks come from Storm, but 3 heroes in the grave with no ability to make it back. No one trying to commit into the backline. Finishes off Foxy, but it's going to cost him everything. Die back for no one. 12k lead for Alliance as they go right back for the Barracks.
There are still tier 2s, so this is only going to end up being 1 lane. Highly doubt they're going to go for the full finish of the game here. Probably take just a wee bit too long. We'll see, though.
I don't know.
Alliance will commit.
Storm in the grave. You know he doesn't have a buyback.
You know there's no
Silencer
meta.
doesn't have a buyback. It's so risky, but maybe tempting. They're not going to go for it.
They have so much gold. You really don't want to try and push this. You don't have Echo.
That was already so much better than planned, forcing 2, 3 buybacks there.
Yeah.
3, actually. Alliance looking so good here. 15k.
They really settled down after all those pickoffs and stalling out at that lead for such a long time. They finally just got things collected, got it together, and were able to kind of focus their efforts into that Roche bit. And then once the Aegis is on the Broodmother, everything just kind of changes.
Yeah. And they didn't even lose the Aegis. Still a minute and a half or so left, and Assault Karaf on the way.
You saw that, even during that fight, Roger got off a decent Aghanim's ulti there onto the Terrorblade, but it didn't end up mattering. It bought more time for the Sunder, but...
I mean, part of the problem was there wasn't a good Sunder target.
Yeah,
Nobody was
right
topped
there,
off.
He gets time-lapse, but it's kind of Still can't turn in any kills. He just goes on the Phoenix, who still gets off an egg.
Sunder gives him maybe 10% or something. And Mickey just barely survives. That's the scary part about the Monkey King. Low HP once that Jingu Mastery comes out. Not the hero you want to be committed on. I like what no one tried to do here. Great that he was able to shut down the Earthshaker, but...
There were still just so many resources left, too.
Yeah, that dieback is brutal. Definitely hurts his economy quite a bit.
Alliance Dota. They're doing it.
Tier 2 up top, going to be finished off now. Looks like most of our cooldowns have reset. All the ultimates and meta available.
Dota Plus is still only giving us 60% win rate. What a bunch of haters. Valve, they're not loving the former TI champs here. Still counts. Lotus there.
Uh-oh, initiation onto no one. He's going to get stunned up. Time lapse comes out from Roger. Very nice. It's a very short cooldown, so absolutely worth it to use it there. Assault Karas is up. Still Aegis of the Immortal, but only going to be around for another 15 seconds, so Koikba needs to be a little bit careful. Pasha jumps in. Actually gets stunned up. They get the Tier 3 tower. No one out pretty deep. Caught by the Frostbite now. Follow-up Boundless Strike. Insania with a decent freezing field, but not enough to find the kill. Alliance playing this very safe, being cautious about this Aegis reclaim. There it is. Free regen rune for the Brood.
Oh, speaking of regen rune, though, no one grabs one.
Oh, and a literal regen rune for no one. Okay. It's pretty nice.
And he's not going to end up going up top. I thought maybe that could give them an opportunity just because they saw the storms. That's why they took the common thing going in towards the shrine, but they still have BKBs and everything, too. Pretty tough fight for Virtus.pro to take. They have the Stampede. They have the Global Silence. Maybe that'll give them an opportunity to win something here from Virtus.pro, but 14 charge Bloodstone, 2 for no one.
That fresh Bloodstone, the make it or break it moment. If VP can have a good hold here, this could set up the Storm Spirit for the next big fight. However, if he dies,
Oof. It feels like they need a whiff slam from Boxy. Like, if that somehow goes poorly, I can see it, but he's already in there.
Boxy jumps in. They're on that silencer. He gets the global off before he dies, but Solo on the sidelines for 45 without buyback. Pasha also goes down. Boxy still surviving through this. Ramsey's BKB on, looking for a potential Sunder target, but Mickey able to back out, trying to bait him into that Phoenix Supernova. VP do dodge it, but Ramses gets finished off. Immediate buyback. He does not have meta, though. Down for another 65. There's the glyph. Wukong's command. No one trying to clean this up, but he just can't. 3 on the sideline, no buyback. Or pardon me, 2 on the sideline. That's going to be GG. They call it. The VP know that they can't turn this one around, and we are going to the Game 3 decider.
I really like that from Alliance, honestly. The fact that you like take this Broodmother again in Game 2 and you're able to win.
That's got to feel good. That's a big boost to morale right there.
It's very Virtus.pro-esque, honestly, right? That's kind of what they were doing. They just kept like first phasing the Brood, even if games went a little bit poor for them. Of course, that didn't work out too well for them in like TI in terms of like group stages and stuff, but it worked for Alliance.
Brilliant execution, though. Seemed like that Crystal Maiden had a huge impact, some really big Frostbites to set up kills, and I think Boxy, for me, basically a perfect Earthshaker.